Hello and welcome to another episode of the Strength Syndicate podcast with myself, Shane Story. I'm joined today by my co-host, as always, Lawrence King, and we also have Ger Buckley, Jayne Jones, Conor Kiernan and Anna Hourihane join us today as well. So today we are going to be doing a preview of the ABS Pro and the Pro-Am Division 2, Division 1, Division 2. They're on next weekend, the 27th and 28th of November. So how are you all today, guys?
Well, I see we all wore the same outfit.
Yeah.
Cold. You didn't get my text, Connor?
Yeah. Bit of a wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
We have
Are you actually
matching
drinking cans of Monster?
I do not.
Fucking reckless bastards.
You just put it down under Jay's name and he doesn't charge you for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're probably going to start with... Will we start at Pro or are we going to start with Division 2?
We'll build up to it.
We'll build up to
the
it,
Pro.
I suppose.
Was it meat or gravy last time, wasn't it? Or meat and potato?
Meat and potatoes, yeah.
Start with the meat this
So
time.
start with the peas and then the carrots.
Yeah.
And then you get on to the potatoes and
I
the
think
meat.
last time Division 2 and then work our way up.
I'm actually starving. Can we get to Division 2 anyway? Right. So I suppose we'll start with females. So how many women do we have competing in Division 2?
It says 16 according to the website.
16
I think
according.
it could be slightly less.
Slightly less.
Could be less, yeah. I mean, the context, you obviously have COVID still going on, people second guessing whether they're actually going to compete or not. Maybe the preparation hasn't been too ideal.
Yeah.
Obviously, international lifters find it hard to get over. You
Yeah.
probably won't find as many in
I was
Division
going to say,
2.
it'd be
but-
fucking grim enough if you were coming over from America.
I looking at the entry list when I first looked at it. I noticed that the pro lifters would have a friend that would be not as
Okay, so
strong
they might
who
have
would have
someone in
jumped in
Division 1 or
Division 1 or 2. So if the pro lifter pulls out, then you'll have the corresponding mate in Division 2 pulled out
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
But it usually is the most stacked class anyway, Division 2.
Division 2
It's the
is
biggest
like
class usually.
Yeah.
a nightclub.
Yeah, it always
Yeah,
packs.
like,
It's always packed out.
It's harder to get a ticket for that than the invite to the Pro.
So Division 2 females, we've a good kind of mix there of abs locals. We're seeing now someone on the list that isn't actually supposed to be in Division 2 is Katie Clark.
I've moved her to Division 1.
So she is in
Jay
Division
just hasn't updated the website.
The only person that I know of that's competing that's not down that is Debbie is down that, so Deborah Long.
There's a few people that when I was looking up the dots, it's their first competition. I think about 4 or 5 people.
I'd say
Haven't competed before.
The most experienced lifter in Division 2 will probably only have 3 meets max.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Probably,
after 3
yeah.
meets, you'd be expecting them to go up to Division 1, or something's not right, you know.
Yeah.
Sure, the
So-
highest
so
odds is
It's
333.
the toughest one to predict because it's always full of upcoming talent. Like, we're judging based on training videos, so they might necessarily have had it
Exactly, yeah.
before.
Yeah.
So
And
like
they
anything
come
can
out of
happen,
nowhere.
and it'll usually come down to the person who has a handler on the day
Who's
to
experienced?
guide them.
Yeah.
I know you've Dustin,
Dustin and Debbie,
He's-
he's Division 2 and Debbie's Division 2.
and she's probably looking like she's
She's-
the favourite.
She's probably favourite. Yeah, she'll be hopefully finishing around 375, 380 dots.
Yeah, she squatted today. What was
Squatted
that?
today.
What was the top set?
150 just for opener.
Yeah, but it moved like it's
there,
like
yeah, perfect.
And she's in wraps, I'd
She's in
say.
wraps, yeah.
I mean,
majority of these girls
outside
will
of the
be in
female
wraps.
pro, she'll definitely have the highest total.
Yeah,
Without doubt.
yeah. She'll
So
be
it just
around finishing
depends
around
on the DOT
440,
formula.
450, yeah.
I know
Yeah.
she's
a little bit heavier, but she's
Yeah.
no. In fairness, now she only started powerlifting training like 10 weeks ago.
yeah.
She's-
She's obviously
10 weeks ago.
athletic background.
She was a professional fighter for like. I'd spent like basically all of her teens and her 20s being a professional fighter, and we worked together in Carlo, and she saw me getting ready for Series 7. She was like, I'd say I wouldn't mind giving powerlifting a go, and I was like, fucking give it a go. And like her first time ever doing like a heavier, because she never used RP, never any kind of like powerlifting style training, and like her first set or first day training, I was like, look, just do set 5 and maybe an RP like 7 or 8, and she'd like 120 with no belt, no sleeves, nothing, and was like, is that okay? I was like, yes, that is absolutely fine, yeah.
We're gonna have some fun here. Sign you up.
Yeah, and she got into wraps and she just took like a duck to water with it now. But she actually lost a load of weight as well during her prep, so she's been in a fairly high deficit
Yeah.
for all of her prep as well.
She's still getting stronger.
Yeah.
So that's a
Newbie.
nice little,
Yeah, newbie
balance.
games, but I think Debbie will be very hard to
think
beat.
she'll take
The
it,
thing is, she'll have the opportunity to win anyway because she's the biggest puller by a long shot.
By
So
mine,
you're
yeah.
obviously going to put
Yeah.
whatever she needs to win on the bar.
That's exactly
I mean,
it.
as long as it's within a reasonable jump.
Yeah,
But
she's not. Yeah,
It, you know,
I think she's well capable of pulling 190.
Yeah.
which would be scandalous at her first
For
meet.
Division
So I think it's-
2, like,
Yeah.
it's fair to say it's hers to lose.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Any other
I think
people?
Laura Scully
Laura,
is ranked coming into at 333 dots. I think
She's
she
urban
did the
barbell, is she?
No, I think she's one of Keen's lifters. She actually
Oh,
did the last episode
yeah,
as well.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she'll probably be looking for a promotion to Division 1, maybe hitting the 350 dots.
Oh, it's
That'd be
350, is it, for
Yeah.
promotion? Okay.
Yeah.
Has the dots for anything gone up yet?
No.
No,
I'd
not yet.
say potentially will.
Yeah, Jesus
Ah,
Christ,
yeah,
don't want to
for
get
sure.
axed.
Back down to D2. we go.
Yeah.
440.
There's another. So
Kira Helton, is that?
Kira Helton.
No, she's not actually doing
She's
it.
not
Is she
actually
not?
doing it,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
She told me today she sold her ticket to Megan Ray.
okay.
Oh, very
And
good.
she would be doing Division 1.
Division
Yes.
Yeah,
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 okay,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too.
I'm not
I wouldn't be
from
too
Megan.
savvy about the rest, but if we're looking at best dots, I mean, yeah, Laura Scully, you mentioned, Catherine Evans, 314, best dots in sleeves. I mean, the thing about Division 2, a lot of them are going to be,
Be
I
in
mean, nearly
sleeves.
every single one of them are going to be in sleeves. You're,
Wraps.
she'll be in wraps.
Debbie's and wraps. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
That's
just
going to be
like.
the big difference, I'd say. Whoever's.
Oh,
whoever's
huge.
I said I said it
I
last
mean,
one.
it takes a lot of confidence to do your first meet in wraps.
No, yeah.
You know, you
100%.
kind of need, because there's a lot of things that can go wrong.
Especially when you have this man on.
You,
Excuse me.
it's another variable of just anything can happen on the day. Whereas with sleeves, you kind of have
It
that.
is, it is and it isn't because I mean if you've been training like
If you know enough
As long as the wrap has been consistent, like you've got the
yeah.
same. You're either wrapping yourself, or the same person's been wrapping
totally
you.
agree. Yeah.
But what I mean about depth, you know, they always has to be the same.
does,
Varies,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's harder in wraps, you know, to
Yeah.
get down.
Yeah.
That's where a coach comes into play as well.
Exactly. Again,
Yeah.
it comes down to who has a handler in Division 2. You know, if they're coming in for their first comp on their own, there's going to be
Doubt.
technical faults more so than strength.
Yeah.
and attempt selection.
Yeah.
Attempt selection is a
selection,
huge
yeah.
one. Yeah, miscalculated jumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Justly, I think setting yourself up for going 9 for 9 should be any Division 2.
Yeah.
Golden.
Like,
Ah, yeah,
oh,
100%.
like outright, don't be worried.
Yeah.
Like even not worrying about like
One attempt at a time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
that opening squat as well. Like it's like this weekend is going to be so fucking overwhelming for everyone because like it's going to be the first like big meet
Yeah.
that probably and like in fairness it is a baptism of fire as well coming in and there's like
Literal fire.
100 literal fire and and like 100 and however many people are going to be here and you're like under the bar, your name is called, and you feel like you're going to vomit everywhere. Like it's, like more than the pro lifters, my heart goes out to anyone
Well,
in
don't
Division
forget,
2.
they're all going to be weighing in on the Saturday, so they're going to see the atmosphere on the
Yes.
Saturday, which is going to be
Yeah.
next level.
Yeah.
And then they have to come in on the Sunday and keep that going.
Hopefully they
That's
stick around
another
to
thing.
watch as well.
Yeah.
Oh, you will. Oh, 100%. You see 400 kilo loaded on the squat bar, you're going to hang around for another
Power
couple
bar.
of minutes and
Ah,
see.
yeah, 100%. Sure, I
Sorry, the squat power bar.
Bookie power bar.
By the meat sponsors, Kabuki Strength. But yeah, so Division 2, I think Debbie Long, Deborah Long, Meow Tramp. Right, so Div 2, just going to call it
for the male.
Dustin.
What happened last guy? Dylan beat him, didn't he? Did he get
He'd
podium?
no coaching basically. Like he literally was like training and he trained in wraps, but I'm not exaggerating when I say this. They were like elastic bandages. They
Yeah.
were the you know like the
Like one Mark was there.
Yeah.
I had him favoured to win.
Yeah.
he missed his last squat, missed his
It was
because
all
you hate
technical.
bench. Yeah.
No, well, not even that, but he was actually doing great
did-
weight in
yeah,
the gym,
yeah,
but
yeah.
the gym is one thing and then in comp is another,
Yeah.
but he never competed before.
Never competed before.
So I just went for it. I said, I think he might win, just based on the raw talent. But I'd say
Yeah.
he'll win this time.
yeah,
And
I mean,
doing
obviously, if you're
wraps, is he?
handling him,
he's in wraps.
if you're handling him, I don't know. And the same thing again, he's the biggest deadlift that I know of in that division.
Biggest
So you'll have,
squat, biggest
you'll have
deadlift.
the opportunity to pull for
What's
the
he
win.
pulling?
He pulled 260 at about an RP of 8 there.
Yeah, I think he might have 270 on
I
the
think
day.
he's 270.
And what do you think he'd weigh in at?
89.
Oh, nice.
So it'd be
Yeah.
about a 430 dots,
I
425
think I
dots.
calculated earlier 660 at 90 is 425.
Yeah, about 420. Between 420 and
Oh,
And
430.
like, you know, 415 would win that div 2.
Yeah. But
Usually.
we don't know everyone on the list. Like, I mean, you can, as I said, you can go onto the Instagram, check out their pages. But remember Adam Duan last
my
comp
God.
came out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
yeah.
Went from
But
Division
that's
2
what I
to
said.
Pro
That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I said
40
to
dots.
us
That
as
was-
well. Like, is like we might, you might
You know.
show up in the day and
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah, so
that just comes out of nowhere.
We do
Kid from the
apologise if
country
we don't
showing up.
notice. Like if your Instagram's on private, there's only so much information we can get.
Yes.
Well, Adam Duan, yeah, that's an
Yeah.
example. So again, we could see the same thing again. Someone out of nowhere.
Oh,
But based on what information we have, I'd say Dustin. Yeah, I'd agree with you.
Yeah.
Number one.
I think John Buckley could be.
I would just put Vinny ahead of John because
Vinny,
Vinny's in raps.
Vinny's and raps, yeah.
But I'm handling my brother John Buckley for my sins.
You get a free
but-
holiday at the end of the year, though, don't you?
A
You
free
get a
holiday?
week in Lanzarote off the
As a thank you.
Department of Social Protection, I think.
that hasn't been fully ironed out yet, but I'll be
You've
his
applied
care
for the grant
assistant.
anyway, yeah.
I'll be his care assistant next week. But no, John's in sleeve, so I don't think he will beat Vinny. But I think the podium, third place, is definitely.
Yeah, I
I mean, I'm handling him, so he has a big deadlift. It's his best lift. Whatever he needs for podium, we're going to put on the bar.
Yeah.
Again, within reason. I'm not
Agreed.
going to do something silly, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's what we'll be aiming for. Third place. So.
I think Vinny
Dustin,
will
Vinny,
definitely
John.
be- Yeah.
I'm just going to highlight someone here that I'm really looking forward to seeing. Tanzib.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, he's under 47, isn't it?
No,
Or
59.
59.
59.
47.
I don't know. Well, here, look, I've no gauge for anything under 100. So, I just threw it out there.
If
Look,
you're
it was wrong, it was wrong.
if you're a man under 100 kilos, it must
I'm
be
sorry.
47.
Yeah. What are you? 50? Is it?
Nicest man in abs.
Yeah.
Tanzib.
And his
Yeah.
trainer's down great.
Yeah, exactly.
And
like,
he's
you know, the dots.
very favourable on dots because
The
of how
dots.
light he is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
What is his dot at the moment?
It must be like
Yeah.
370, is it? 380?
I'm actually
Which for
not
Division
sure,
2 is
yeah,
is
yeah.
It's always
decent,
yeah.
you know. I mean, when it comes to dots, it's always going to be the lighter lifter that's.
Like that's just.
So he's on
I-
320 dots.
I think it's like
last year.
83 kilo is like the perfect place for
Yeah.
the dots. Like if everyone went 9 out of 9
Oh,
and had
yeah.
a fantastic meet, it's the 83 kilo lifter that
Yeah.
was.
His age on open powerlifting is 40. So maybe you're taking his age.
Masters lifter.
Yeah, it was his age.
So
Thanks for the
this is actually
save,
kind of
Shen.
interesting here. So it says he weighed in for his last comp at 54, right?
Yeah.
And he totaled 345, which is a 117.5 squat, 77 bench, and 150 dead. But you're saying there he squatted 150 recently,
And he's
Yeah.
pulled 160.
and he's
Yeah.
pulled 160.
And it was easy.
Yeah,
So,
now
like,
it's putting it together on the day, obviously,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
Yeah.
But the
Dad
body weight
was
as well, when you
handling
take
body
the body
weight.
weight into
Yeah,
account.
Dad will be handling
Dad's
him,
very
so
good handler, yeah.
there'll be a bit of conservative number choice, of course, with Dav.
Yes.
So,
So Tanzi, we're gonna open on a RP4 single. And, I love you, Dav. Please don't drop my RPs next week.
We won't say anything crazy on the bar for Tanzib anyway, but he could. I mean, look,
He'll go 9 for 9.
if he goes 9 out of 9,
He's gonna go 9 for
he's
9.
in contention. It goes back to my point. If he's not wearing wraps, he's unlikely to trouble the top 2.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like I would definitely say for anybody that's a little bit more experienced and they are doing Division 2 or Division 1 potentially.
Yeah.
Getting into wraps would be, and if you like, I don't know, it depends on what your goals are. Unless you're Shane Story and you're just adamant that you want to get out of D1 and sleeves because you're
Yeah. Stubborn.
stubborn.
Yeah.
I think if you're someone and you want to be up there, I would definitely say get into wraps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
If you want to
And
do
go-
well in an ab series comp, you need to be squatting.
Yeah,
50
because
reps.
I mean
Yeah.
you're allowed to like that's.
It's
Yeah.
if it's in
Sleeves
the rules,
into
you
wraps.
take advantage of it. Right?
And we'll go from a medium t-shirt to a large there, Shane. And we'll be in business. Yeah, it's ripped already.
I think
His
in
arms will be
Division
the
2.
blood loss
Yeah.
from the cut of circulation.
But sure, it's all calf work. It's all
all
calf
five-
work he's
It's
doing.
all in
All
calf.
5 of us
sure.
will have to take it off
Yeah.
behind the scenes cut.
Yeah. Biceps and triceps are just atrophied. It's all gone to the calf.
What is the name of that training where you put the restricted
blood
flow?
flow
Is there an
restriction,
actual
yeah.
name for it?
BF4.
That's it. Yeah. Just Shane's face.
Yeah, so Jane, you were saying there's the guy at the end there, Noel Kelly. Is that the guy from Broken Barbell you were telling me?
Noel Kelly, yeah.
And he'd be squatting in that.
He'll be in wraps because he used to compete in equip comps, so he'll definitely be in.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Noel's been competing he's been in powerlifting for a long time, but he hasn't competed in a while. And he'll definitely be in wraps, and Ian will be handling him.
So that's actually someone that you can kind of like sleep on nearly, you know?
Not sleep
Yeah,
on.
well, like I
Not,
said,
well, no, that has been slept on that we shouldn't
who
sleep
we
on.
sleeping with? Last comp we got it wrong. Adam Dwan won. Like I said, there's going to be someone there that, because it's a new comp, new division, upcoming talent, you're not going to know everybody.
Yeah,
And this is their chance. This is their chance to show you what they got.
Yeah.
So yeah, he could be a show. Definitely, if he's wearing wraps,
very
of
hard
course.
to call for both D2 male and female. Third place. Can
Second
be
and third.
Anyone's game.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
really call the
Yeah.
top two.
Exactly. Yeah,
But
people in
third
wraps.
is very hard to call because
Yeah.
if someone misses an attempt, someone creeps
100%.
ahead.
Yeah.
It comes down
Yeah,
to
you could also have the person in fourth place trying to crack into podium, miss it, and then the person in fifth got in,
Yeah.
too, so
Yeah.
it'd be interesting. Again,
High
it's
drama.
a tough one to call. It's a high drama
Division
Yeah.
2 is just a fucking
and
nightmare to call.
Well, we'll be invested in it because
We'll
you're
be so
handling.
emotionally invested because
Yeah.
I've two lads in Division 2 and 2 girls in Division. I'm handling 2 girls in Division 2 as well. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's just
so you'll be
completely
totally invested in it.
emotionally
Emotionally,
draining.
yeah.
Then D1, lot of lifters missing out at D1.
Yeah, it's
in
definitely the
both.
most scarce
I have the
class.
female list there.
So I think we're largely agreeing that Lauren Milan, ladies D1, should.
I think, as you say, it's,
Should come out on
it's
top.
hers to lose.
It's hers to if.
I think Katie Clark will definitely.
Katie Clark will
Katie's doing
definitely
wraps,
be in the
though.
mix.
Katie
Katie
Clark
has
is in
just
wraps.
jumped
Yeah,
into wraps.
seen her squat today.
She did well in wraps the first.
Yeah.
I think she had
I think she could
145 on the bar and moved very
challenge
easy.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only
And she
thing,
squatted
yeah.
deadlifted 160 on
160,
Thursday.
yeah.
Moved like
She's very
nothing.
good deadlift.
And
Yeah.
she's tripling
It's-
150 fairly easy. Like.
It's just the bench that's the weakness.
And the only thing is how light Lauren comes in. You know,
That,
she's
again,
another
yeah, the
52.
dots. I mean, the winner's on dots, so it has to come
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Body
Yeah.
weight is a factor.
Should be taking
Although,
advantage of the
what weight is
24-hour
Katie
weigh-ins
Clark?
as well.
16,
Under 69.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
going to be that much of a difference. Only
Ah,
one weight class.
still-
Or what's.
Jesus Christ, Lauren's 51 or 52 kilos.
Oh,
Yeah.
is she 50
Yeah,
kilo? Is she?
yeah.
Okay,
She'll be
okay.
coming in about 51 or 50 kilos, I'd say.
Yeah.
She got the 24-hour weigh-in behind her.
She's
as
got
well.
the
That's
24
true
and
too, yeah.
She cut to under 52 for the IPF comp, and I do her nutrition, and she did cut a good bit, and she bounced back so quickly in the 2 hours.
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
Imagine
like,
what 24 hours, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I do think Katie Clark's a dark horse there.
definitely,
Yeah.
especially
Definitely.
now
Do
that
you know
she's
what?
jumped
Because
into wraps.
Jay
Yeah.
Farrant is wrapping her, so you know he'll be giving her the full attention.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
when it comes down to competition like a 2-horse race, he rarely loses those.
I
with the
think-
lifter that
I
he's
think she'll have the
handling.
biggest pull in D1 female.
Yeah,
And
so
yeah,
she'll have the
she'll have
opportunity.
highest
She'll have the opportunity to beat Lauren
by a pull.
by a pull, but it's
Yeah.
up to her. It's hers to lose.
I
So that's
think-
why, in my opinion, I think it's actually Katie's to lose because I don't think Lauren is that much stronger that Katie won't be able to load something on the third deadlift to
Agreed,
win.
Yeah.
It'll
So,
be
Yeah.
all time.
I
It'll
think
be very
Lauren,
interesting. It'll come down to the last pull. I
Lauren
reckon.
potentially
good
as well,
fight,
just maybe slightly controversial here, and if she is listening, it's not a personal attack, but I think I've seen some people's training footage, and I'd put maybe Lauren in that, and maybe depth in wraps could potentially be an issue.
Especially in abs.
Especially here, because
Yeah.
you're just gonna get
Yeah.
eaten alive. I don't know. Look, she's done lots of competitions before, and she has squatted to depth. Maybe it's
Yeah.
maybe
Another
we'll
one
be there.
Save it on the
Rachel
day.
He'll be handling
Yeah,
her, he'll-
Rachel
Rachel
hasn't.
Kane.
She hasn't competed in 2 years, so
And
like
she's 3.
She's doing sleeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Yeah, I asked her. She said she's doing sleeves. I think she. I think
Still a big sleeve squatter. I think
140,
she's
though. She's
140
still
or
good.
145.
Yeah. She's a big
I know
bench
she has
as
a lot
well.
of AIPO records. I still think stand today. So even though she's not in wraps, she's one of those squatters where that won't make that much of a difference.
Yeah.
To be honest. 145 is still a massive squat for a Division 1 female
Yeah.
lifter.
Yeah.
And she's a very good bench and deadlift, like a very consistent lifter.
good all around.
Yeah.
So-
I
Oh.
think if Lauren or Katie miss 1 or 2 third attempts,
Oh, yeah.
I think Rachel could
Doors
sneak in
open,
it.
definitely,
Yeah.
yeah. But you
Megan
could
then as well.
argue that for about all
Yeah.
the lifters, you know.
Yeah.
That's it. It'll come down
Megan
to
is in wraps.
perfect days.
Megan's
Megan's
actually
yeah.
jumping into
Yeah.
wraps,
Who can make the most attempts?
Yeah,
But
Megan
that's
could
it,
be
like, yeah.
fighting
Yeah.
there for
Megan-
podium.
so
I
think-
would say Megan hadn't. Well, actually, same with Katie Clark. To be fair, the choice to go into wraps was very
Late.
sudden, very
Yeah.
late.
Yeah.
So it will come down to that technical prowess.
Who can actually
bury
go-
it and not
And-
leave
yeah.
kilos behind.
That's it.
Megan's a great
That's-
squatter. I'll give her that. I know she's
Yeah,
only
yeah,
jumped into
yeah.
wraps.
No,
she's
she
a
is.
really
She
good-
naturally took to
Yeah.
it. But just what I mean is, you ideally would want 8 weeks instead
Yeah.
of 4. You know,
Yeah,
that's a
yeah.
no-brainer.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting.
I
She's
think-
also bouncing from comp to comp as well. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
she just
Yeah,
did
yeah,
international.
yeah.
So that can also be a good thing and a bad thing.
It could be a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, you're fresh, but you're also not comp ready.
Yeah.
Specific comp ready.
Yeah.
That's very insightful there. Could also be good, it could also be bad. really just fucking thrown great
Who putting us first?
I'm going Katie Clark.
Katie
It's
Clark.
hers because she's going to have the pull, so it's hers to lose.
I think Lauren Milan, just based off her body weight, and it is off dots, I think Lauren's going to finish around the 4:10, 4:20 dots. And I think Katie will be doing very well to finish over 400. Now, look, I could be wrong. Katie has an unbelievable deadlift, which she does nip Lauren in, but I think just because Lauren weighs 51 kilos, I think she's going to be very dominant on dots. IMO.
I would concur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think
HO.
I think either then Rachel or Megan for third.
Yeah,
Rachel or
depending
Megan
on-
for third.
Depending on
Oh,
how
yeah.
it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
actually
a good
quite, it's
battle,
interesting
that's
because
a
I
good
don't even think we could accurately call top
Yeah.
three, like
Yeah.
all four.
No, I don't
There's
think
no
so
one
either.
that's just totally out of their depth.
Yeah.
They're
Miss
all
lift
Yeah.
can throw
part of
anything.
the
Exactly.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
That's what I
They're
was
all-
saying. If there's a missed attempt from
squat.
Lauren or Katie, it very much opens the field. Like so.
This is where
Yeah.
squatting to death comes into it. So like, you know, Katie's been training here. She's, you know,
Well, we've
under
seen
the
what she
abs
can do. You know, like
conditions.
we're just speculating about the other lifters. Like I haven't seen anything from Rachel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Last
she trains
year.
Hercules, so she can't really film
Can't
it.
film it.
How we said nothing controversial,
Yeah,
Shane. But no, to be like, that is true. Like, we haven't seen anything from her. But
Yeah.
I've seen Katie train every single session.
Yeah.
Like we train together, so I know firsthand what's
100%.
there,
Yeah,
what's
for her.
capable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would be very interesting. Tough one to call, but
Yeah.
Katie Clark for me.
I think as well though, if some of them are new to squatting in wraps, then hitting depth on the day, like
Hit and miss.
with the
Yeah.
nerves as well.
Hit and
Whereas
miss,
like
yeah.
say for example like Rachel, if she's completing the sleeves and she's used to
Yeah.
like
She
bomb
has
squats
confidence
in the
there.
sleeves,
Yeah.
she's
One-
less likely to miss a squat.
One
like.
thing I will mention, just Ian Benson. I know he had a very bad injury.
R.I.P.
And again, I know we all, yeah. Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back. But I could be totally wrong here. I'm not in Urban Barbell, but I would believe he would be wrapping Lauren
Yeah.
if he had not hurt his arm.
I think either
Um,
Noel or Ian is wrapping.
Yeah.
Because Noel wrapped Ian for the last comp.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to be wrapping Lauren.
Yeah. So another factor, just
someone new.
So essentially, she's in the same
There's more
place
variability.
where there's more variability because Katie's only had 4 weeks in wraps
Yeah.
or 3. But if you're changing handler or your wrapper.
I think Ian will still be here to handle her.
Oh yeah,
but
no, he'll
I'm-
call the depth. Like I've no doubt that
Yeah.
her depth will be there on the day, and she'll do very well.
Be a good fight.
It's going
It
to
will be a good fight.
It's going to be, as you said, if one person
He tore his bicep. He didn't fall off a cliff. Like.
Hey man, if I have a choice, you throw me off a cliff. I'd rather jump off the cliff than tear my bicep.
D1 boys. I'm looking at that, and I just based off of like what we said for the females, I think Jay Boggin potentially.
Yeah.
I am handling Jay Boggin. We're aiming for 9 out of 9. He has a big deadlift. I think he is the biggest deadlift in that lineup. He has, well, actually, to be fair,
Paul Sayers
Paul.
has pulled. I think Paul. The last time I saw Paul compete, it was at an SPF meet in PWPLC, and I think he squatted around 260 or 270, and he pulled about the same. So if
Yeah.
he's made progress, he'll be at the top end of.
Jay's biggest pull. Now he switched back from sumo. He was a sumo puller. Did very well actually. Done I believe 290 in a single ply. And I think that was in comp. He done 300 in training. Very light suit too. Didn't add too much to it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think he done 280 raw. But now he's gone back to conventional. I think his best conventional is 275. I could be wrong with that. But on paper, I still think he's the biggest pull. He will have the opportunity to pull for the win.
Yeah.
I think Paul. So other than that, their bench and their squat is very similar. So it'll come down to. I haven't seen enough from Paul.
Yeah,
I don't see training footage. I don't know if he's a handler. He's a coach himself.
Yeah.
He probably just doing it himself.
I seen he posted a squat the other day as his last. Was it meant to be heavy? I don't know if it was meant to be heavy, but he squat 250 and it moved like a 5.
Like a
Rugby,
5.
yeah.
Okay.
And the last deadlifts I seen, he like pulled between 255, 260 for triples, like.
Yeah. Okay. It was good
So
numbers,
like
yeah.
I think he could be between him and Jay really.
Him,
I
Jay.
reckon.
I think Paul is about 110 though. Like Paul is fucking jacked.
Yeah, Jay will be coming in about 105, 106.
Oh, would he?
He won't be dropping. I told him not to drop too much. I think he was 110.
I remember Jay doing when I met him first. Absolute fucking
He was an under 100 kilo.
Mad shit coming into meets. Like,
Yeah,
you
no, I
talk
told
to
him.
and they'll be
I
like,
said to Jay,
Boxer.
if
his eyes would be crusting over. He'd be so dehydrated.
if Jay can go 9 out of 9, I think Paul would need a big performance to beat him.
Yeah, I think
If
Jay
Jay
as
goes
well,
9 and out.
because Jay is used to competing in abs. I think this could be Paul's first abs meet, maybe, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Now, in fairness, Paul, like when he was at the SPF meet, he buried his squats.
Oh,
Stuff,
yeah,
those
yeah,
kind of-
yeah,
Like
yeah.
he is a very good lifter.
Yeah.
But I just think Jay has the experience
Yeah.
of competing in abs and training.
And don't
abs.
forget, like another fact, like he's an abs lifter. Like this is home ground territory. Let's not beat around the bush
Yeah.
with that. You know, he does have the advantage. Paul has to come here. Never been here before.
Yeah.
So-
Just on the other 4, the only other one I know is Joe Edge. The other 3, Keane, Dolan and Miteo, I don't think any of us know anything about any of those 3. So
Keane Fulham,
Yeah.
actually, I have
Could be
looked
dark
at Keane
horses,
Fulham.
yeah.
He only, as far as I'm aware, it's only his 3rd powerlifting comp. This one, he's done 2 before, and each time he just gets better. He went from, I believe, a 640 total in his first meet to 680. He put on 40 kilo in just like 4 months.
How
He was a
what's the body weight?
BPU lifter. I think he's 110 as well.
Okay.
I think they're all the same weight, so it won't come into.
110,
Well, I mean,
everyone's
Jay will have the
floating
slight
around
advantage.
110.
So if they finish on the same total, at least he'll know he'll win. But no, Keane's good. I think Keane, Jay, Paul, it'd be a bit of a coin flip between them. Well,
yeah, I'm just going to say Jay.
1.5
I'm just-
points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I-
want to see Jay. I want to see Jay.
I want to see Jay
Yeah.
I wanna see
win.
Jay win.
You know, I'm glad he entered last minute. I have a lot of respect for a lifter that does that, makes that decision.
Yeah.
He wants to test himself.
Takes
so.
the challenge.
Dots wise, what does Jay finish on? Have you
Well, we were hoping 700
at
total
110?
at 107.
That's about a 430 dots.
No,
What were you saying? 107?
Yeah,
surely not.
I think it's something like
Close,
425 or 430.
Yeah, it's close to that.
Did I do that? What?
Okay, a 582 dots. Thanks, Jay.
That's that's female.
Female.
420
So,
dots.
yeah,
Yeah,
in this
420.
day and age, you're allowed to do that.
Lazy.
So, yeah,
I was like, what?
420 dots.
Blazer.
420 dots. Yeah, so that's.
we
It's not,
might
very,
see.
it's not a very inclusive calculator, is it? Like,
We might see.
yeah.
We might see Conor Kiernan suddenly show up and take the D1
Yeah,
W.
yeah. A non-binary champion.
And I'm telling you, stick a pair of wraps on me, I'll go for it. Like, I'll
And a
pull 287
sports
again.
Single play sports bra.
sports.
Might get you that 180 bench.
Yeah, so like
What's I'm not rapping the day before?
True.
it's terrible to be a man over 100 kilos and not bench 180, really, isn't it? Though?
Yeah, or wear a medium t-shirt. Although, to be fair, you're not 100 kilo. Or are you?
We won't talk about the other two.
We're not going to throw any shade on you, Lawrence. I'm sorry. I remember you saying you were going to squat 600
Yeah, we're wearing
pounds.
red t-shirts.
Oh,
There's
it's
no
not.
shade.
It's never going to squat 600 pounds. Following the DAV RP system, I'm never going to squat over 200 sleeves either. So Division 2, we're saying Debbie, women's, Dustin, men's, D1, women's, I'm saying Lauren, men's, Jay. Agreed?
agreed.
Yeah, other than the Katie Clark Division 1, but you could make the argument for Lauren. So yeah, they're not. The prediction's
I think
not
you
too
can make
far off
way
the ball.
more of an argument for Lauren than Katie. Lauren,
Out of the 4 names
If-
that you said there, it's just the Lauren one that I'd only have
Oh, I
the
think-
only
no, I
argument. I
think
think Jay Boggin is
I think Lauren
a very
is going
good
to have
choice.
20. If Lauren goes 9 for 9, Katie goes 9 for 9, Lauren's
Okay.
going to have 15 dots now.
Is
Yeah.
even if Lauren does miss some squats on depth, I think even with what she opens with will still put her in a very favourable position.
You can't,
That's
because
what-
like if there's,
If you get what I mean.
yeah, like
Like-
we added up Lauren's dots there. Lauren is going to finish about
Possibly.
a 420 dots.
If she's a fantastic day, she could maybe do 425 dots. So if she has
Even if
a
she misses a third attempt.
not so great day, she's still looking at possibly 400 or over.
Yeah,
So
No,
it's tough.
Katie could still.
That's
that'd be a good battle.
I
Yeah.
totally agree.
We should do a post-comp podcast.
Yeah, this time.
See
around.
We,
who's
we,
right.
said we were going to do it last time as well,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
stay
yeah.
tuned. But
Stay tuned.
4 weeks later.
But to be fair, this being the biggest comp of the year, I think
yeah, 100%.
I think Katie does have.
there's gonna be some surprises. I mean,
There
this
are.
isn't gonna
This-
be.
but it's probably
the,
like
the one thing I will predict: this comp is gonna be unpredictable. You're gonna
Yeah, yeah,
expect the unexpected. There's gonna be you
Yeah.
like that one, didn't you? There's gonna be someone out there.
No, I didn't.
There's gonna be someone out there that we've
Patience,
never
deadlift,
heard
and
of
bench.
before that could blow a Division 2, blow a Division 1.
160 easily.
You know,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah.
Now,
I
again,
think
sorry, the
170.
Division 1 female, we know the
Oh,
four
yeah.
lifters.
Like
But again,
155,
Rachel Kane might win. We could be both wrong.
That's it. It's
know,
going to be the
170
most
deadlift
electrifying
is
event in sports
three-
entertainment.
Sports
430
The Rock.
dots. So I actually think it's Kane.
What body?
What?
Sorry.
Right.
Right, moving on.
No.
Right.
No.
Pro-am.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
That's what I'm saying. There's nearly
Yeah.
17 kilos between her.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
just big up, Katie bought my ticket, so we back you as well.
You said that very quietly.
Were you going to do
Mara,
5
make up
comps
your
in a
mind.
row or something, was it?
What?
How many comps would that have been in a
James
row?
like it's
5?
2 weeks.
It would have been 4.
Crazy.
It was in case I didn't get to go to Euros, but
got the
we
got the
there.
invite.
It's all right.
Okay,
Okay,
so
moving on.
Pro-am?
pro-am
Females call us
females, Denise Herber if she...
No.
No, pro-am.
Pro-am.
Oh,
Pro-am,
pro-am.
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There's
So it's,
there's
Only
Ashton
two,
Judge
yeah.
and
Ashton,
Sandy
there's
Burke.
only-
Potentially a one-horse race.
Is there?
I don't know.
There's 2 women competing. There's
Sandy
no horses
has
competing,
done
so...
an Irish series before, hasn't she?
Who,
I feel
Sandy?
like Sandy,
Sandy
did
has,
series
yes.
4.
She has.
Yeah. I don't think Aisling Judge has done an abs before.
No.
I recognise her from the IPO comps.
Yeah.
Very big
She's a good
deadlift.
pull though, yeah.
I'm just gonna...
175,
I think it could be close.
I think.
I think either of
Is
them could
Jay
take it.
gonna combine
Yeah.
pro-am and D1?
In flight, yes, but there's
Yes.
going to be 2 separate awards as
Is
far
there?
as I'm aware. Oh, well, there'd have to be.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if... never mind.
No, there'd be separate awards.
Okay,
Yeah.
so... Yeah, I suppose, look, just based off the best stats that they've done previously, I suppose Aisling Judge looks like she's... What's...
top,
Do,
yeah.
do we know anything about their experience?
I think
who
Ashton
they
has
train
been
with?
lifting a while. She's good
Aisling is
experience.
That's good and abstract there, like I mean, a
Ironworks.
while, like, are we
Like
saying,
years.
Years?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Like Anna a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like ancient.
Like most of your adult life, really.
But Sandy, I don't know. I know Louis coaching her, but I don't know
Yeah,
how long
and
she's
I
been
know
lifting.
she did do series 4.
Aisling is in that Ironworks gym. Is
Yes.
that in...
Or stops again coached by Siobhan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan, so-
Where's that? Is that in Tipperary, is it?
Meath. Enfield, I think.
Is it Mead, really?
I think it's Meath.
I had Carrick on Shore in my head.
Carrick on Shore
And I just
is
like saying it, Carrick on
straight-
Shore.
That's where
It's nice, isn't it? Carrick on Shore. Say it.
It
come
is.
on.
Caricature.
Yeah, it's nice. You feel good after it.
Carrick on Shore.
It's like a mouth rinse.
Well,
Good
like,
It is a mouth rinse.
Could be a tight one though.
could be. I'd say Aisling Judge, if she's getting coached by Siobhan Hines, like Siobhan has a lot of like game day experience at lifters, so I'd say.
Yeah.
But so
And
does
Louis could go missing by
Louis
her first
could
attempt.
disappear. Yeah.
Poor Jack Peters.
So I'd say, I don't know, I suppose just based off the dots, we're going to say Aisling Judge.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Pro-am
Yeah.
men is going to be fucking electrifying.
Absolutely.
That's gonna be it.
Very
I
excited
can't
for
wait.
this.
You
yeah.
invested in that? Have you any lifter?
Emotionally, none at all in my
Right.
handling. I'm very excited for Noli, very excited
Yeah.
for Mark Callaghan.
Yeah.
Robert Vesco is an absolute freak. Anyways, like...
He could have been in pro-am.
He was,
pro.
he was
Yeah.
47.5 kilos, I think.
I think he just missed the cut-off for it.
Niall Redden as well from Limerick, really good lifter. Totaled about 700 kilos, or slightly over 700 kilos at the Irish Pro, and Niall was about 75 kilos as well. So
Nice.
Niall be well up there on that. I think
Get an answer.
Noli and Mark.
Noli too.
No,
I think
agree.
Noli.
Yeah, his
I'm
squats are
handling
looking
Noli. I know you're handling
very
Mark.
nice.
The last 2 weeks, his squat has just...
Popped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's on the hands. It's
And
on
his
the hands.
deadlift, yeah.
It's on the hands.
Italian kiss.
Yeah, but no, it's as I always say with wraps, and that's where variable comes in. It's like a Cinderella in the shoe.
100%.
You have
Yeah.
the wrapper that just transforms the squat.
Yeah.
But Mark today, last
Did he
week,
change wraps? He was wearing these
I
like
gave him
grey
I gave him my
They look like bandages.
Titans.
They were bet.
What was he wearing? What was he wearing today?
The
The yellow
Okay,
ones.
yeah, they're the
Yeah.
ones I gave
Titan
him.
Golds.
And they're
were-
nice. You could tell as you were wrapping them, they've been worn in, but I didn't want to give him a tight pair
No,
because
he
depth
probably
was a
suits
bit
them.
of an
I
issue.
think he suits
Suits them
them.
perfectly.
Yeah.
He only
I-
needs a little bit of rebound because he's a big sleeve squatter. He still
faster-
does like
Yeah.
270.
Sleeves, you mean?
Sleeveless.
Sleeves.
Sleeveless. He doesn't squat in
No.
sleeves.
Oh yeah, barely.
Barely.
He's
He
270.
IPF trains fucking-
He did
Yeah.
sleeveless.
Yeah,
He only
yeah,
started wearing
yeah.
sleeves after the IPF.
Yeah,
comp.
he trains fully bareback, like nothing.
Like Clarence Kennedy
No-
with the elastic band.
No
around the knees, see
protection.
that?
No protection at
Yeah.
all. Like.
The patella band.
Tendons,
patella band.
tendons of
Yeah,
steel.
yeah.
Tendons, steel.
Yeah,
Ah,
great
I
lifter.
forgive
Noli on dots though.
Sorry.
We're making that argument about other
Robert Vesco
divisions.
on dots.
Robert
I'm
Vesco is
not
going
always
to be.
convinced with Robert's
He's got
standard.
dots.
Yeah, just sometimes. But has he done that? Has he repeated that in an abs comp, or was that just?
No.
You shouldn't like. If he was as good as that, he'd be in the pro division.
Look up his up. Someone
there's
will pull
no
up this man's
question
open
about
powerlifter there.
Noel's
There's no
Ever.
question about Noli's
And all of his
standard.
standards.
And every lift in training has still been
I know-
like.
I know
below
Robert's-
5.
I
Yeah.
I know
He
Robert's
doesn't go
bench
in
is
like that,
elite.
doesn't go
Like
in.
he's
Yeah.
he's benching like
Name on it.
187.
No one has such a good
Who
pull
has
though as
who's
well.
done the same comp?
And
Yeah,
Noel
Noel has the pull.
Years
Oh,
of
it's
experience.
Now Mark Gallagher has a big pull too. He done
Yeah.
292 there last Thursday.
Yeah,
You know,
Mark, I
300
think
is on.
Mark is.
Yeah, so
He's on the cusp of 300, so I think he'll have. I
He'll
think
have
Mark 300 is the most he will pull.
Okay.
He
Robert
missed
Vesco,
300 at the last
push,
comp.
push the cat's pigeon. Yeah.
494 dots at Ab Series 3. So he's done it to the standard.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is
Apologies.
And what's
Apologies.
Noli's? I know he hasn't competed in a while.
The thing.
What's
Noli's
his
is like 460, but he's gonna add what, maybe 10 kilos to his squat.
Yeah.
I think his
So give me that number again. Give me the first number.
490.
494.
That's
what
fine.
he
That's gonna
has
be
done.
What one was
That'd
that
be
you done
difficult
Ab
that?
to
Series
to be
3
fair.
in the old gym, the last
Now-
one in the old gym.
I will argue.
It's
Jay
on a
might not like
monolith.
this.
Monolith.
Well, I was just gonna say the standard has gotten a bit better since then too. Even if
it's
you
walkout.
compare Ab Series
Walkout
3 and
is
Ab
different.
Series
Takes
7,
a lot out of it.
In
the
reps.
the referees for these comps are going to be Jack Thornton,
Ricky
Yeah.
Mullen.
Ricky Mullen. They're not going to give any.
No. You're not. You're
not gonna get any
no,
into it
No.
now.
If you
Jack
leave,
just got his cat too at IPF.
Yeah.
If you leave
so you're going to get some
anything
very
in doubt,
strict
you're-
IPF refs. Now again, look, Robert, he's done it in abs. Fair play. If he does it again, that's going to be very tough dots.
He did
Very
fail 2
tough.
squats at that meet. Opener
Yeah.
and last. So there you go.
Okay,
Yeah.
but if he repeats that, very tough. I don't think Nolly will touch that.
that's what I'm saying,
As well,
Robert.
he's gotta
Vesco.
be-
Yeah, he has a massive deadlift.
I'm
And a massive
cool.
bench.
I'm going to represent my brother. I'm going to say Nolly though, just with my hair.
Oh,
all
like
wanted for
Noel
Noel.
is people's choice. Absolutely.
Yeah,
People's
the
choice.
people's champ.
Yeah, the people's champ.
The most well-dressed man in abs. He looked like a
Best selfie
sexy
man.
ski instructor earlier this morning.
I look forward to seeing Mark Gallagher and see what he can put together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
the,
100%.
the 3 names are my podium anyway.
Yeah.
Not sure
Whatever
about the
way they
order.
fall,
Yeah. Not sure of the order, but definitely
I
my
think
podium.
Robert Vesco, based off previous performances, like if someone's in, can someone put up actually while we're there, Niall Redden's open powerlifting, just to humour me, because I don't think he's very far off 500 dots either.
Who the fuck is that guy?
Niall Redden. He's from Trains and Passions.
I wasn't even joking.
Oh, sorry.
Just because
He's
we're talking
hitting
about the 3 other
145
lads.
pounder right here.
He's trying to put in an ace in the deck.
Oh, Jesus.
It's another fight that's just going to rely on people hitting on their lifts.
You
Yeah.
friends with him? You
Okay,
you
so
ever trains with
Anna
him?
Hourihane is up in Paris.
Oh, he trains in Patrickswell, does he?
Yeah.
What way do you spell nine?
What's his Instagram handler? Is that Marshall Matters, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it is him. Oh, yeah, he is a good lifter. Yeah. Yeah.
No.
He should have put his name as Marshall Matters. But then I would recognize them.
Comp, is it? He probably,
Yeah.
so it might not be on open powerlifting.
No, he won't be, but he's, it's about, his last comp, I think it was the IPO comp he done. It was
There's the IPO.
465, 470 dots.
He.
He had a mishap with the bench, he hit the pins on his, he got to retake it down, he
Here, I'm
got
just
it.
gonna pull up this.
Um,
He's after deleting all his Instagram posts. Go on, fucking Niall.
I think
No
from memory it was 470. There was an argument made if he could go to pro. I remember talking to Jay because when there was just some pullouts in the pro, we were talking about people in that kind of area of dots.
Yeah, I think Niall could snake a second. See, like, I suppose, what happened at the pro, Niall left his warm-ups very late. So
Yeah.
he didn't realise he was after getting called to his
Does he have a
open,
handler?
So he missed, yeah, but didn't go. So great from
Okay,
Yeah.
that's another,
I
that's
think
another good lifter.
with
Stuff.
Noel and
Who's
Mark,
that?
you have the
Brian
reliability.
McSpadden, 469 dots.
from
That's in the pro-am.
Yeah, he's.
Is he UK lifter, is he?
WRPF meet. I don't know where it's.
the name.
No,
rings a
Irish
bell.
Pro, Irish Cup. It's been done in all his meets have been done in Ireland, and he done an IPF Cup as well.
Is he from up north? Is he? Never heard of him.
McSpadden, I don't know.
Listen, no, okay, well, here, no. To be fair, it's not as clear cut as I thought. Like,
No,
to be fair,
that's-
those lads
yeah,
could jump. They,
yeah.
they could make a difference.
Yeah.
You know, it'll come down what you say. It's just the preparation, handling.
Like,
Yeah.
comes back to
And attempt calling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because like I think, like between Nolly and Niall and this Brian McSpadden guy, they're all sitting around that 470 to 480 dots.
And
So
how many of them is there in the pro-am? Like, what length of a flight? Are they with another flight?
Yeah,
or
you know what? Actually, I should have looked at the
timing,
I
lineup.
assume the Pro-Am men's and the
He's
D1
from
men's are
England.
going to
He
be.
is from
they
England.
together?
I've actually have seen his training videos. Yeah, another person, Robert 475. That's who Conor was talking about. Yeah, it's actually pretty good.
It's a
That's
I
a
think
pretty good
Pro-Am
division.
men's is probably going to be more competitive, dare I say, than men's
And
pro.
it's a different pro-am than we've seen. Like, it's different
Yeah.
people, which is nice as well, always.
I say, my heart's going to say Nolly, but my head's going to say Robert Vesco. That
Agreed.
dots is going to be pretty. Like that could be a couple of guys in the pro if they're
Yeah.
bad. Like 490 is a big score.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Sure,
Yeah.
he beat at the pro the last time.
I know. I did say that earlier. I
2013.
think he just missed the cutoff. There was just too many lads on 500. But yeah, that'd be an interesting one.
Yeah.
No,
Interesting
100%.
one.
I suppose we go to the pro women.
Yeah.
Pro women. It's on paper it looks like a one horse race, and in reality it probably is a one horse race. Because I saw Denise compete at the Irish Pro. Some of the attempts were tough, but she's an absolutely terrifying lifter. Like she pulled a 270 pull and training there the other day.
Yeah.
Beltless.
She squatted 250.
That's so.
Yeah, she's
Got
like
250, yeah.
she's just another level of lifter.
Pushing
Like,
What's
close
the
to
bench
130 Pushing close to 130.
I was going to say 125,
She did 125 in IPO meet, didn't she?
Yeah, no, look, the WPC rules are there's no start command. The press commands are quite quick as well, based off what I saw.
Yeah.
600 dots, and no one's really that close to it.
No,
No, that's
that's
the highest
600.
dots
That's
of-
600
What's
dots.
Laura's biggest dots ever? 5,
5,
7,
6.
5, 6. Okay.
40 dots in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
No.
again, it just goes back to you saying
Denise has
the.
never competed in like the power. Like,
Yeah.
look, lads, the power bar, walkout, how
You're gonna drop kilos
how
on your lips.
fast an abs meet moves as well.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
what you can is not something you can prepare for.
Yeah.
Is that going to drop 40 dots off you?
No, I'm not
Well,
saying
hold
Like,
on. There
she's
are
been-
lifters that have come and competed at an abs pro, and they have dropped 30 dots.
Yeah.
Arthur,
or even
Elliot Page,
even
Yeah,
bombed.
the last.
Yeah.
The
or
last
well,
Afro,
I don't know if many have actually bombed.
Really
The only
took a lot.
thing
Who
I'll say
who are
is
you thinking of?
Uplifters, like.
Nero,
Christoph.
or no, sorry, not Nero. VTech. But he had I think
People
he had
have,
a
but I'm
mishap.
just saying people have.
Yeah,
them.
oh yeah,
I'm
of
not
course.
saying
Bombed, yeah.
She
But
did
the
250
flight running
off
is
a-
very quick.
Jayne
That is a
Jones?
good point.
Like, she did it off a squat rig,
Squat rig,
if I'm
yeah.
pretty, like, so I don't think that's going to be
I'm not
an
saying
issue
I'm not
for-
saying she's going to bomb.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I'm just saying like people.
Things can
It'd be
happen.
unlikely
Yeah.
that she'll hit her biggest ever total at this meet.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Well, it get depth, longer press command on the bench.
Huge.
You know,
Yeah.
but I think the flight running being
Yeah.
so quick is going to be a huge.
Yeah.
There have been lifters, and I've spoken to them after comp, and they're like,
What the fuck just happened?
"What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
Like that was over in like
Just
15 minutes."
Like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
day
yeah.
is done.
The day is done
That's
in
the
an
4
hour and a
months of
half.
prep and it's
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I still think Denise is going to be so very dominant. Laura has had a less than ideal prep, which we are all aware of. I think potentially it's going to be a fight for second
Yeah.
between. I like Laura is a game day lifter as well, and her bench has been going good. I don't know how her deadlift is going, but her squat hasn't gone. It's like Laura is usually such a consistent squatter that like it's very weird seeing that not go well for her. But
And it's the lift that dictates the rest of your day.
exactly, yeah.
And she says that herself. She always says she knows when she's done her squats
How
how the rest of the day is going to go.
Yeah.
But it could be there on the day. We
Could
don't
be.
know.
Yeah.
She's
The
on
fight will be
home
for
turf as
second,
well.
though.
Yeah, well, that's true. Bench is looking very good.
Yeah.
120
Her bench
flew the other day.
Yeah.
So she might look at 130 PB.
I think so, yeah.
Now again, if Denise is doing the same, I think Denise might be lighter as well.
Very, yeah. There's
So
Does Denise weigh in at under 75? Is it, or is she 75?
under 80.
under 80, and then Laura's 85, is she?
85, yeah. There's
Yeah.
I think there's 7 or 8 kilos between the two.
If she can reproduce that 270 or anywhere close to
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
it's going to be very tough to beat Denise.
Yeah.
Second, I like Heather, the fact she's won it before.
Yes.
She obviously has the experience. Don't think she's good enough this time around to win it. She's not in wraps, so
I think
thing.
Maria
Maria
hopping
too,
into
well.
wraps.
Yeah, I think
but the only
Maria-
thing is she's been squatting in wraps, wrapping herself in a gym. So
Oh.
as you were saying there about the consistency of having someone
yeah.
wrap you, but I do think like she
Like you're
squats
walking
over
up to the
one-
bar fatigued when you wrap yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know if you're in tune with that. If that's how you've been training, fair enough.
But she's not wrapping herself on the day, I don't think.
No,
Yeah.
but that's a change.
Yeah, so that is the
But
change. But I'm
I
sure
would
she'll still
favour
wrap
her a lot.
herself on the warm-ups
Yeah.
though. But I don't know, look, it is a good point. Like, it's kind of, you train as you want to compete.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'd like to see. I haven't seen her last heavy squat. I don't know if she posted it.
I haven't seen it yet.
But that's what I've seen Denise's top deadlift. We've been seeing her bench and her squat. There's been some lift like Heather as well. I haven't seen the top lifts, so I can't.
Maybe they're
You
kind of
can't.
reserving it though.
Yeah,
Maybe they
yeah.
don't
No,
want
I've
people
seen
to see.
Maria's performance at Worlds, which was fantastic. But again, it's a sleeve comp
Yeah.
versus a wrap comp. So we'll see how she goes. I'm going to say Heather second purely because she's won abs. She knows how to
She knows what
get onto the podium again.
Yeah.
So this is where I kind of think about it, is that so Maria's in wraps, training hasn't been looking like she's hitting major depth, which she will need to.
Yeah.
And Heather is going to be in sleeves, so that means more than likely she will be able to hit depth easier.
Yeah,
Heather had a massive
Yeah.
pull.
I was just about to
That's
say
it.
she'll be able to put whatever she needs for second or third on
Yeah.
the bar.
I believe she's squatted over 140 in training at the moment as well.
Who, Heather?
Heather, and
Yeah.
she weighs in. She doesn't cut, and she weighs in like 45 kilos.
Yeah.
That's,
What's Maria's pull?
It's 197.
She's just
at
under
Worlds.
200, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I'd say she'd
But
be
just
looking
for
200.
body weight, as in
Yeah.
Heather obviously has her.
Yeah.
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 And I think
So
Heather the same.
Maria would still have the chance to beat Heather based on obviously she'll be pulling more.
No, Heather's looking to pull 200.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What's her best pull?
200.
Oh, she actually has pulled the
Was that on
200,
a
has she?
stiff bar? She's definitely pulled it on a deadlift bar. Has she pulled it on a stiff bar?
I think it was. I was looking it up, and I was chatting to her yesterday, and she
I
said
don't
that's
see
what
it
she's
making
going
too
for.
much of a difference,
Yeah.
if I'm honest.
Not at Maria
Not
or.
at that weight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
that doesn't make
and you
too
could
much
argue also sumo.
Sumo maybe, yeah, might
you
make
know,
a
like-
slight difference, but like
It's going to be a grind anyway. It's going to be sticking on the floor anyway,
Yeah.
regardless of what bar you're doing it on. 200.
Yeah.
And what does she weigh? It's,
45.
you have to remember as well, she has to travel from America.
four-time
Both of them.
She's
body
all
weight deadlift.
Canada, though.
Yeah.
So it's both.
Exactly.
Well,
the two of them
plus,
have to
yeah,
travel.
full-time
So that's
body
something
weight
we
plus.
Travel
have to
distance, that's another
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
They have to travel.
Yeah.
The two of
Time's
them
on.
are travelling. Denise is travelling.
Well,
They're
Denise
very
is only
close. I
coming
think there's
Do-
2 dots between them.
Does anyone have Laura in their podium?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I think Laura
they're fighting
third.
for third place.
Yeah.
I think so,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd like to see her come podium
Yeah.
after the prep not being so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
We go round table on our choices.
Yeah, go
Let's
on.
start.
You go ahead.
I go Denise, Heather, Laura.
I'm gonna go Denise. Oh, it's so hard. Because like Maria and Connor or Heather Connor are coming in at like 5:53 and 5:51.
Yeah.
But then Maria's jumping into wraps, so it's so hard to know what she's gonna. I think if Maria nails wraps, I'd put her as second and Heather third. But I think if Maria's wraps don't go well, I'd do Heather second and Laura third. That's
It was just your argument earlier about Lauren Milan, the fact she's so light. I'm applying that to Heather too. She's so light.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
underestimate what that score
Yeah.
is going to be.
Yeah,
Like she's
I-
beaten Laura before, and that was like a Laura in a very good
That was
shape.
Laura
Like,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
On
You
sleeves
know,
as well.
yeah. So
Yeah, so I
yeah.
think
So but
either or. I think either Denise, Heather, Laura, or Denise, Maria, Heather,
Yeah.
depending on how Maria takes the wraps. That's my
pick one.
I think.
no.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree because like if Maria just takes the wraps and she
Hit step.
hits depth, that's also been the other issue. She could nip Heather for second, but I would probably go Denise, Heather, Maria, just based off Heather's previous performance. And if she does pull 200, that's like if she has that
Yeah.
in the toolbox there to go
Yeah.
200. I'm just
Okay.
based off body weight. I think she takes second.
Yeah, I'd probably go Denise, and then between Heather and Maria for second and third.
Okay.
So as I was saying with the the whole squatting height thing, I feel like on the day you kind of sink them.
Yeah.
You try your best to hit the hole and hit it hard and make sure you
Get the rebound.
So I put Denise first. I think she's kind of running away with it, to be honest. I hope she doesn't miss any lifts on depth or anything like that. I hope we get to see everybody do their.
Oh,
their
yeah,
stunts.
Yeah.
Maria second, Heather third, with the potential for Laura to come in and do something crazy, because I wouldn't doubt her.
No.
No, well, we said she's a big game day lifter. So I have her third. But again, I could be wrong too. She comes second.
Yeah.
She could
Yeah.
even win it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Shit happens. It's literally it.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Like we said, earlier, just variability there. The men's.
Oh, you're just skipping.
Oh
Do you want to
shit!
make
Anna.
any? Do you want to make any comments about, let's just say, the rest of the
I was just
female
gonna say,
pro?
who we
Because
think, like, the other-
outside of the top three, we still have phenomenal lifting.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like,
There's
it's
a girl called
ridiculous.
Leonie.
Leonie, yeah.
Tatman.
I sure
Yeah.
her depth is looking a bit. She's big squat though. 160.
And
Yeah,
she
yeah.
weighed in 50.6 for IPF.
And I know she can bench 100. She
Yeah.
hasn't done it, but she hasn't done it in comp, but I've seen it in training.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
she
she's
benched-
repping 90 like nothing.
Yeah, she did
Nice.
87.5 for
Yeah.
a double there the other day.
That's
so
big.
The only thing is she needs to hit depth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
her benches didn't look as
At
crisp.
Worlds.
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
crisp
Yeah.
in training at all.
But she
Yeah.
did get a gold bench medal at Worlds. So
What did she bench at World?
85.
That's not a. It's far off 100 kilos, though. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh,
under,
yeah,
under
yeah.
strict conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Like-
know her deadlift.
15
but-
kilos on bench. is a lot.
150ish, I
Especially
think
for a
it's
girl.
around that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of weight.
And I
Oh,
think
yeah.
she was saying
That's me-
she's coming
that's-
back
that's
off an
me benching
injury.
170.
She's feeling good.
I'd love to see her bring that
Just
on.
look
I
like
think
it.
she has
Oh,
that.
she'll-
I think she has that within her capabilities. Yeah.
I think Michaela's going to do something
Yeah.
really good as well.
She hasn't been showing a lot of her
Yeah.
training either, so.
Is there anyone in, say, from Leonie down that has like, because everyone has competed recently.
I'm interested to see what Michaela Leonard
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Everyone has. Competed.
She has a massive pull as well. Like.
Yeah, she pulled 192.
I feel like she'll pull 200 at this.
She could with the atmosphere and everything, and I think Michaela kind of thrives off that sort of atmosphere as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think she'll podium, but I think she'll.
I think she'll
You've
do
got-
something
I mean-
ridiculous.
Yeah.
You've got lifters 20 kilo
Yeah.
less doing
Yeah.
the same number, so it's-
That's the problem.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it,
good.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're still gonna see a lot of very good pulls.
Yeah. In
across
regards to
all.
Irish talent, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
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 yeah.
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 I
And I
mean, even
think
get the
she-
experience against these international lifters will
Yeah.
stand to them as well.
Yeah.
And she weighed in 60 for the
Yeah,
last
she'll
ab
probably be
series,
the
didn't she?
lightest to pull 200 in Ireland, would she?
If she gets
If
it.
she
If
gets
she
it,
gets
yeah.
it, yeah.
Which is pretty impressive.
Yeah. And then we've got
Put it on the bar.
the lovely Anna.
Yeah, no, you don't need to say anything about me. There's Shannon. Lane's going to squat something unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love
I
to
think
see
she's
her
going
do.
to do 172.
Yeah.
Or sorry.
Outside of Laura, who do you think the next best Irish female lifter will be?
I think Michaela's going to
You
take
think
that.
Michaela? I had
Yeah.
Lynn. I had Lynn, but yeah, Michaela could
Louise
be too.
is great lifter as
Michaela's
well.
deadlift.
Louise is a
incredible
great
as well,
lifter. I
yeah.
know she's been cutting weight, so obviously the lifts have dropped.
The dots though.
The
And she's
dots.
been competing. She's doing the IPF meet at the end of the year,
Yeah,
the
so she'll
last
probably be
chance. So
holding
she
back a little bit, yeah.
probably be one eye will be on that meet as
Yeah.
well. She obviously wants to qualify for nationals, get in, and she had only just done AB 7. I mean,
Yeah.
another thing is a lot of
Yeah.
these international lifters they haven't competed that much since lockdown.
Yeah.
There can be pros and cons to competing more regularly, like, you know. Like,
of course,
being
but
really fatigued, going
yeah,
into
there's an
preps and everything
equilibrium
like that,
point, and I think some of the Irish lifters might have gone past that.
Yeah.
You can see it. Some of the training, just the numbers are dropping.
I
Like
could
we
say-
said, you said not an ideal prep. Just to put the context behind that, because she's been competing all year.
All year, literally all year.
Like it does
So,
seem that like
I would love to
Series
have seen a.
I'd
Now again, I could
love
be
to
wrong.
have seen
But I'd love to have
Laura
seen
at-
Laura in the summer versus
Yeah,
Denise.
Laura, around the time of the IPO national,
When she made
was on
250
fucking
squat look like
fire.
nothing.
Yeah,
and a 250 deadlift.
I'd love to have seen that Laura versus Denise because there would have
Yeah.
been such
Yeah,
a.
you always want to
Yeah.
beat the lifter on
Such
their
a
best,
fight.
you know.
I think even though like for Series 7 there is so much more of a buzz in the gym, even like for the prep, because so many people were doing it in the gym, whereas like now this meet, like I haven't noticed as much of a buzz in the gym.
Fucking IPF
That's
being
maybe
back on.
kind of
It's fuck the whole thing.
Yeah.
Fucking IPF.
we're not competing.
All these federations need to be burnt.
Yeah, well, I think AB
you weren't
7
even
because
here.
AB 7
Schneider.
you had Eamon, Ben Crockwell, myself, also Keane, Ian Grant was prepping.
Colin, Gareth.
So like now again we're jumping ahead into pro am or pro male, but just Jake, Fionn, and who else is Lenny? Well, Lenny doesn't train here, so it's just Brick and Jake.
Yeah.
So that's why
It's
you've
actually kinda
lost
sad to see
the.
two lads just training together on the rack. You know?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
well, are we moving on to pro
Anyway,
male? are
moving
we?
on to pro men's.
Oh, we are
Um,
moving on swiftly.
Again, potentially one horse race. I think Luke Tallman
Yeah, I agree.
is probably the most dominant there. Or
On
potentially.
paper,
On paper.
570 dots is ridiculous.
But like we said with Denise, I don't think we're going to see his best total put up at
No.
this.
I mean-
Because you've the fast pace of the flight, you very, like, probably the strictest wrapped judging anywhere. And,
And the intensity of the actual.
well, also that
atmosphere.
he's coming,
Yeah.
he's coming from a
Some of these lifters will never have competed in a show like
he's
this.
coming from the UK. Now again, look, it's fucking an hour's flight or whatever, but I still think you have to factor travelling in.
You're staying in a hotel instead of your own house.
Your man's gaff.
Different bed at night. Taxi travel to the venue.
Yeah.
You know, just being unfamiliar with the
Totally agree.
venue.
No, I still think Luke comes out on top, but I don't think it'll be his best performance. Look, fuck it. I hope I'm wrong. I hope this man goes 9 for 9 and
love to see him do something
comes with.
crazy.
Like,
Right.
we're potentially seeing a 250 bench.
That would be
So,
ridiculous.
Scandalous.
Well,
Ridiculous.
we saw in training, he did bench 250 in training.
No, he's
Yeah.
not training on calibrated plates,
No.
which I think is like.
Yeah.
Rookie
No, he's a ridiculous lifter, and he performed at the BPU.
Yeah.
Very
With good
well.
standard.
With a
I
very
watched-
good standard. That was
you know,
that was a really well ran meet.
It was a very well
But
run meet. You're
fuck
right.
me, I think if you're a powerlifter and you're not training on comp,
You're exposing
equipment,
yourself to-
yeah.
Especially at
another
those
variable.
ends of weights.
That's it,
You
and
know,
like,
that
we've-
affects the bar, like
How
weight
many-
and everything like
exactly.
that so
How
much
it comes
more.
off the floor.
Yeah.
You're dead right, because like how
Or
many
even your
times
mindset as well.
how many times have you been in a commercial gym and like you look at the like 45-pound plates and you put them on an actual weighing scales and like the plate ends up
they're
weighing
a bit
like
off.
19.6 kilos, and like if you've 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plates on that bar,
That difference adds
that
up.
makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
You're talking like
massively.
anywhere from 2 to 6% in
Yeah.
how much plates can deviate. Yeah.
And then it's also the whip as well that
100%,
it has on
yeah,
the bar and the
yeah,
banks and
yeah,
everything
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Those weights, you'd notice it.
Kabuki power bar. On whip.
No whip on that, no.
No.
It's very tough
Cheese
knurling
grater.
on the bar as well. It is a cheese grater, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
New bar.
Oh,
Beautiful.
savage, beautiful. Thanks to our sponsors. But yeah, after that I think Philip Ingrosio and Tamas. Filippo has done abs meets before, I believe.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He's done
Yeah, he
abs.
did last
Series
row, didn't
3.
he?
Last abs pro, sorry. Yeah, abs pro too.
Very good lifter. I think just because he's a bit lighter. Jake hasn't had such great prep. What?
Yeah, Filippo, he's had some injuries
Has he
there
quad
this
issues?
year. Yeah.
Okay. Filippo had quad tear recently, so Conor was saying hasn't put up any squat footage. But Dead has been going well.
Yeah.
Jake has had what we could say a less than ideal prep. Bench has been going well for him.
Yeah.
He pulled 320 in training and moved pretty okay.
Three times.
320 there this week, wasn't it?
Yeah, three
Did anyone
times.
see the bench today?
No.
What was it?
190.
190. I handed it out, yeah, I seen it.
190. Moved very nicely.
Moved
yeah.
very nice today.
Yeah.
I
bother
think
him.
Jake is a very good game day lifter.
He is. Yes.
So we can never, like Laura, just
Lives to
never
compete.
never count him.
Never write them off.
Never write
Yeah.
them off. Lenny,
Dark horse.
dark horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of the Irish lifters outside of Jake, do you think he's the?
I think
Colin-
Lenny.
Yeah,
think
I'm
Colin is the dark
rapping Colin
horse.
as well, so this is
I'm
going to be.
rapping Lenny.
Yeah, it's
No,
going
I
to
think no. This is where I kind of
Loser buys dinner, and they're at Lee.
this is where I kind of have to put my foot down now, because I think Lenny is he's a little bit further ahead of Colin already in that. So I think Lenny's had a really good prep.
We haven't
Yeah.
seen that in the Colin's been doing though.
I
Him,
think
he's
him and
imposed
Michaela have
himself.
been working in secrecy.
Yes.
I just don't think he's enough though to challenge
No,
for
Lenny's
rodeo.
bench
Yeah.
197 at 89. I think is
Yeah.
what I saw.
Air.
Yeah.
Lenny's like just a freak. I think in fairness, like at 90 kilos.
I'd
Lenny's-
love to see Lenny make podium.
I'd love to see Lenny make podium.
What's
Because
his
yeah.
dots?
he's done 525, but I think he'll do. I think
Yeah.
Lenny if 5. Lenny would be close to Jake's best at 535. I think. Because
And
Oh, he's out, is he?
to be fair to Colin, like this is his third competition,
this year.
He's getting there every time.
and like for your third competition to be competing in the pro with over 500 dots is
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
insane. Like so, like like maybe next
Genetically,
year.
the man is gifted.
Yeah.
Like, standing next to him when I was weighing in was quite tough.
Depressing.
It was quite depressing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
I
cutting
think
currently.
me and Lawrence can shut up about him and Keane.
Yeah.
And it's okay
Like,
for last competition.
No one.
Captain America, but from Ireland.
Oh man, he's jacked.
He's I
Human
remember
DNA, son.
I did the same bodybuilding competition as Colin, and we were all like backstage. I think just even like, I don't know how to describe it, do you know even when you can see like when someone's fully clothed, you're looking at him like, it's going to be a problem. And like we were all standing backstage, and he was like, not really like, he was just kind of chatty, and you know, but he wasn't. He was just starting to we were all starting to get warmed up, like, and we were in. It was on Vicar Street, and like we were genuinely outside
Oh god.
in mid-November or mid-January, like terrible,
now.
terrible time of year, and like for a bodybuilder, like heat is your.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
And we were all just standing around. Colin took off the top, and it was just like a collective
Lights out.
depression came over everyone.
He's a very calculated athlete. Like, I don't think I've ever seen him miss a lift.
Oh man, the
I think he's
performance!
gone 9 out of 9.
The performance
Yeah,
he put
twice.
in
This is
at Series 7 was ridiculous.
And he went from
Yeah, it's very
sleeves to
good.
wraps like
Yeah.
that. Like, he's
Yeah.
a very efficient athlete. Could make podium.
This
Yeah.
is the thing.
Yeah.
So the 9 for 9 would be a big problem. So like, if anyone misses a lift, they're pretty much
Oh,
pushing
you're-
themselves out of contention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to be going 9 for 9.
Unless you're Luke, I think Luke.
Unless you're Luke,
Unless you're
or arguably Jake too. I think Jake could afford to miss a lift, but he might miss out on first place then.
Yeah.
I
think
think Jake needs to go 6 for 6 going in
Yeah.
deadlifts.
Yeah, no, but yeah, he could miss his last deadlift and still come second. Like, remember against Jesse Moran
Yeah.
at the last comp. Now, okay, the
Well, it's the pulling
standard
for the
wasn't
win.
as like more athletes now that could potentially win it, not just Jesse and Jake.
Yeah.
But I think Jake could afford to miss one lift and still come second.
Yeah.
I still think there's that gap in the level between. Like we always say, there's levels to this. There's just that gap between Jake, Luke, and the rest of the
Everyone
athletes,
else.
in my opinion.
At the weights the lads are lifting as well. It's just like so much easier to make a technical error.
Yeah.
And
Oh
miss
yeah,
lift,
100%. Especially
you
when
know,
you're
so-
going for a
yeah.
podium, like it's
And
do or
walkout.
die.
It's
You know.
walkout wraps with
Yeah.
ridiculous weights for squats like that.
Yeah, on
Huge.
potentially a bit more of a whippy bar than the squat bar they'd be used to in
Yeah.
previous competitions,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah. But are we all adamant, Luke, for the
think
win?
so,
Or
yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about is, a lot of people would be looking to pull for the win, and that could make second and third very interesting.
very interesting.
Yeah.
very
Jake,
interesting.
I know Jake has always said that he likes to pull for the win.
Oh,
So
he will
could be-
always. Yeah,
But
Jay
he could
will
be in
give him the
fourth place
opportunity.
looking to pull for the win, and that'll push him out of podium.
Yeah. Now, if Luke is 8 out of 8, and in the last deadlift, that last flight, Jake has to pull 380.
Hands, don't know. It's tough.
But he will be given the opportunity. I've no doubt about that. He's not going to be pulling for second or third. He's going to be
Yeah.
pulling for
Yeah.
the win. So it just depends on if he can actually
Hold
do
on.
that.
50 kilo jump.
But it'll be interesting. The audience will at least get to see that last
Yeah.
what if moment.
Yeah.
Could this happen?
And then
The thing
at
about
the
Jake
end-
is though he does have the leg power to get up those weights.
Well, yeah, I mean, he shows it with his
Like,
squats.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he sleeve squat 370 or 365.
365,
Yeah. The strength is there, of course. It's just maybe the grip just to hold on at the
Yeah.
top.
Sure, even when he tried to pull for the win at Series 7, like
It broke the ground.
Yeah,
It broke the floor,
he
yeah.
got it up
It
above it.
came up to the
And-
knees.
But again, this is a power bar, not a deadlift bar, and deadlift bars are that little bit
Yeah.
thinner.
Yeah.
So that is a factor as well.
Yeah.
I think Kenneth fucked himself in the A, not taking wraps.
Is he not taking wraps?
Not doing wraps.
No,
Doing
he tried
sleeves.
it out. He done 300 and just thought it's not for me. Well, not for the moment. It's
Yeah.
preparation.
Too close.
Too close, but
Do you
I
think,
think-
he'll go
Try to
over
do me
500
on it.
watts
If he-
in sleeves?
Yeah, I think he should. I think he will. No,
I think he has
say
the potential to do it,
Yeah,
especially.
I think he will. Like he's like everyone in there is an absolute ridiculous
Yeah.
lifter.
Yeah.
There is no one there that isn't there by.
Shout out Brick, who comes into the gym and straight benches 150, no more
Yeah,
man.
terriful.
What a man. What a
What a
man.
man.
break
Again,
500.
tendons of steel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good to see.
I'd like to see Brick bench 200 kilos finally. That'd be
Yeah.
a nice
Do
one.
you think he'll do it?
I haven't really been seeing his. You see, this is the thing.
It
He's a
comes
mystical
down, like-
man, you know. He
Yeah.
doesn't post that. He doesn't have in like Instagram or anything like that. We can
He comes in, he benches before everyone's even like
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
warming up for squats.
Yeah, gotta confuse
There's a curtain
gotta
this
confuse the
week.
boys. Right
Who
big.
knows? Yeah.
Rich piano for life.
But I think Kenneth could have been
Yeah.
a lot higher up in the mix if he'd given himself time and reps.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he has the deadlift and the bench.
He's
For in relative to his body weight, he's definitely up there. It's just I think the sleeve. Is he the only lifter in sleeves? Dave Richardson.
Yeah.
It
And so
was
is
actually
Pierre
another
Schaefer as
potential
well.
podium.
Yeah.
He's pulling 367 or 370.
And he's also
Yeah.
used to the power bar. This is another thing.
IPF.
So
Yeah.
it's
IPF
another
lifter.
lifter that'll have the
Yeah.
opportunity to pull for a podium spot
Boys
and
are
change
the
the
big
order
pulls.
around.
Boys are the big pulls.
And also used to the strict rules of the IPF.
Yeah, he's
lifting,
like-
you know.
It's strange why he's not wearing wraps because he is an
I'd
equipped
love to have
IPF
seen him.
lifter.
I'd love to have seen him.
But I think he just wanted to do sleeves and not have to worry about who's gonna wrap me.
Maybe he has more competition
He's a
coming up
sleeve
as
lead,
well.
it's
Like,
like-
And
This goes
again, and we spoke about the depth being a little stricter.
Yeah, this goes out to any international lifters in future. We'd be at ABS. We'll be happy to wrap you.
yes.
We will have whip round. So
We've
just give us
a
tips.
good record.
Good, yeah.
I mean, like, usually, I'm hoping all my lifters that I'm wrapping are 303. Like, I'm wrapping Luke, I'm wrapping Fionn, Brick, and I'm wrapping Lenny. You're wrapping Colin. I mean,
Mark.
and Mark. We're hoping that all of them go 3 out of 3.
Yeah. So
€5 per knee per lift.
Yeah.
Per revolution.
Negotiable rates.
I've just been paid in burritos and that'd be fine. But anyway,
Oh, that's not a bad one actually. Yeah, that's a great idea. Shout.
Right. So that's us wrapped up. For
Oh, we didn't do a top 3, but
top 3. Okay.
Right. I'm gonna go.
Wrapped up. Do you like that pun? Wrapped up.
Yeah.
Anna got it.
I'm gonna go Luke, Jake, Lenny.
I'm gonna say Luke, Jake. I'm gonna throw in Colin.
Come here.
Just so you're not copying me.
Just
Just for flavour.
one guy we didn't really talk about.
Yeah,
Tamas
Box. No
Boys,
posting.
not
Tamas
No,
Box.
no, it's just Jay can't spell, man. That's all it is. I was on his Instagram. It's Tamas Box.
Does anyone know anything about this man?
Good
No.
dots on paper, 5:35. I
Jay
think.
has said that
Do we know where that's
he is
from?
training and he is, he's looking good. So
Okay, so he could be a potential third.
yeah, he'd be in
Second
the
even.
mix, I'd say. Yeah.
Like if Jake's best is 535 and his training hasn't gone 100%, and obviously his squat is what would put that extra 20 or
Yeah.
30 kilos on his total. So I think Jake would be doing extremely well to total 1,000.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong and he beats it, but I think he would be doing very well to total 1,000. So based off that, I would go. Sorry, I'm skipping you.
No, I went.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, it's okay. You just skipped me.
Grand.
Sorry.
Skip you again. I'm going to say Luke, Tamas, Lenny. No, Luke, Tamas, Jake. I think.
Okay, nice. Yeah, I'd probably go Luke and Jake and then potentially Dave Richardson. Throw one in there for the sleep boys.
Interesting. Luke, Thomas, Lenny, with the potential for Jake to break in
Yeah, I
with the
agree with
third.
that.
Yeah, I'd be agreeing with Connor, Luke, Thomas, Lenny, and then hopefully Jake and Lenny will be fine now for.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
I realistically, I'd love to see Colin as well do something fucking crazy and
Yeah.
look jacked while doing it as well.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
even better.
Do you think you'll squat 300?
It's in
He
the hands,
did
man.
280.
It's all in the hands. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
I
These
just
hands,
think a
300
podium and you're not squatting 300 is.
Dave Richardson.
He's 90 kilos.
I know, but Lenny is 90 kilo.
I think
Lenny's
he'll
less
squat
than
300.
90 kilo and he's doing.
You have to
possibly
remember as
310.
well, he walks out all of his squats.
Yeah, no, it's
The other
true.
boys
Yeah.
He's
I'm just saying
always
there's certain numbers I think that you need to tick off if you're going to get a podium. Like a 300 squat in that flight is
Yeah,
necessary.
Yeah.
Or
Absolutely
300
necessary.
at.
Is that him?
That wrapped up.
I feel.
Yeah, I think that's
So
Sweet.
that's
Yeah.
us wrapped up here from the Strength Syndicate podcast ran by myself, Shane Story. I'm now Shane Story. So my podcast, Shane is Lawrence has gotten a boot. Yeah, do you want to actually finish up? 'Cause
Yeah. Grant, yeah. So, thank you very much for coming on today, lads and lassies. So yeah, thank you very much for listening, for sitting all the way through that. But yeah, look forward to seeing how everybody does next weekend. It's going to be pretty exciting. So if you enjoyed the podcast, do make sure to share on your Instagram stories or whatever kind of social media app
And
you use.
above all else, thank you to Mark Stell from the Kilo.cast for
Yes, of
his
course.
live recording today. Mark is going to be running a live stream of the Abs Pro. If you would like to watch the Abs Pro on what is going to be the best powerlifting stream available in powerlifting at the moment, and arguably sport,
Yeah,
go
sport
on to
entertainment.
go on to the Kilo.cast Instagram page, sign up to watch the meet, and you will be watching dizzying angles
High
of all
definition.
attempts. You'll be watching that
If you're vertigo,
that
please look
HD
away.
1080p.
Live
We-
scoreboard.
You also
Live.
have to remember
4K
the
actually.
the new product he's releasing with the.
Oh,
Yeah, and Mark is also releasing kind of a I haven't seen any kind of media company offer that kind of
Yeah, it's
package
actually
before.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
interesting.
So you're going to be able to get like
12 minutes of footage. Yeah, 12 minutes of
And
premium
edit it.
footage.
Yeah.
Edit it how
Media.
you like on your Instagram Reels. You have that
Yeah.
Yeah.
opportunity now yourself to edit your videos.
So look, get on to Kilo.cast. Either way, give them a follow, give Mark a like, because he's just all around a nice guy, and we don't want to see him doing well. And you can catch me and Shane on the live stream on Saturday. We're going to make sure Shane is heavily caffeinated and not being his weird introverted self, and I will be sedated to try and bring me back down. So yeah, follow the Kilo.cast. Everyone here is going to give out their Instagrams, so you can slide in their DMs if you like the look of them. So we're going to get Anna to go first, and we'll make our way back around.
My Instagram is Powa, so POW_AH.
Conor _Kiernan 562.
Jayne.Jones with 2 S's, and it's Jane with a Y.
_ Jerkulis.
The meme guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Meme sleeves is RIP.
I had nothing to do with meme sleeves. I've never met that man in my life.
Coincidentally.
Coincidentally, that was Jay Farron.
I thought it was Jay running that page as well, no?
Yeah, that's why he had his face on it. But, shout out to Jay for the free Canon t-shirt.
Yeah.
So that's us. I am Lawrence King, and this has been Shane's story. The real Shane's story is locked in a cupboard somewhere. Thank you for listening, and if you do listen, please, for the love of Christ, reshare this podcast, because there's loads of people resharing it and aren't tagging us. And
Make sure, especially to tag Lawrence, because he gets upset.
if you don't but yeah, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And
Leave a rating.
Leave a rating, and that's up.
That's it. Thank you very
Thanks,
much.
lads.
Pow.